It's the NFL on EA Sports, coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, a rematch of Super Bowl 50 between the Carolina Panthers and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First play, and Wilson wants to throw it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10.
Fuck that. 36 power.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Got a man open, it's Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2nd and 5. To throw is Wilson. Able to get this to Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Well, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool him, right? Tried to trick him. Ran a screen.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
Now a man whose father won 2 rings as a Bronco. It's Christian McCaffrey. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Mayfield. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Mayfield. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards.
How about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignment. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs.
No surprise. They try to throw the ball on 4th down, but it gets batted down. They don't pick it up.
Well, a little football 101. When you're going toward that quarterback, you see he's going to start to throw. Get your hands up,
Get
right?
your hands up, affect the play, and then everyone get your hands out. When the ball gets to the receiver, moment of truth, knock it away.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
They run it again with Williams. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
On 3rd and 1, Wilson. The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson.
Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just...
And Gordon will work his way in. Touchdown, Broncos. A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Broncos post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
McManus's point after is good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Throwing, Mayfield. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw, Mayfield. Buying time to his left.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside the quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Screen play set up for Williams.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. And that screen there on 2nd down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess it.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked up by Keith Taylor.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Mayfield.
He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense, because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Gonzalez's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, that's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
And with a 7-3 lead, we'll see how aggressive they want to be. Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the 2nd half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this 2nd half.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They run with McCaffrey off the option.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39, Mayfield rolling to his left. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Judy. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, 0.
They'll keep it on the ground. This time it's Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Touchdown, Broncos. Jerry Jeudy. A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Broncos will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And this is what coaches talk about, never being satisfied. No matter what the lead, always trying to increase it. You never know what can happen in this NFL.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember, last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. first down throw for Mayfield. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Here's Mayfield. That's complete outright to the tight end, Trimble. The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 17. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 25-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And it'll be caught in the end zone for the Carolina touchdown by DJ Moore. 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
That's caught. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the 4th. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos at the 40. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. Taken down at the 42. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line, and I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Now Wilson. This is caught by Williams. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Williams. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Again, it's Williams. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So here now is Brandon McManus in a big spot. This to swell the lead to 6. And that's off the right upright. Thought it might sneak in, but it did not. It's no good. And that will keep this a 3-point game. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
Mayfield to throw.
And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
2nd down and 5. Now Mayfield.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here's Baker.
And Marshall's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 8 yards, 1st down as they're able to convert.
Mayfield.
And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They still need 1 completion for field goal range.
And just think about what they're going over in the huddle right now. Make the catch, get out of bounds. That's going to be tough to do. So make the catch, get up to the line of scrimmage, and clock it to have 1 last shot.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
A big play there for Carolina. 42 yards.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And then on that final play, they had a chance. They had the...
When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They begin.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are a mile high at Broncos Stadium in Denver, Colorado. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap
between the Washington Commanders
and the Denver Broncos.
And off we go from Denver. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll run. This is Melvin Gordon. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
To throw is Wilson.
He'll go up top here for Hamler.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
This will be fielded at the 17. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. From midfield, here's Wentz. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass.
Here we go.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And Thomas has it. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And some room to work. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down.
No surprise there. Chase Young wrecks that play with a sack. He's certainly one of those quarterbacks that can burn you with his mobility, but that time able to hem him in and get him to the ground.
Perfect descriptor right there about how they kept him in the pocket. Excellent job of containment, but they were still able to continue to bring such strong pressure without letting him escape. But how about those guys in the secondary as well? Kept the coverage tight, plastered to the receivers, and left no real options for him to throw it downfield.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, look, we're watching a quarterback here that's obviously been around for a long time. That's a throw he wishes he had back.
He certainly does, but as you well know, this is a guy that's used to taking a few chances, used to fitting it into tight windows. These are throws that he's made before. Didn't happen to get it completed in this case.
We're scoreless after one. On second down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
That's Samuel, caught left side. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. On first and 10, it's Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Gibson again. And he is going to lose yardage here. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Fighting through.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Benito.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Charles, he was looking for just a short throw, kept it in range for the rare linebacker pick six.
And give him full credit for his focus. He just kept the quarterback in his sights, and when he was looking to throw, he positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now Wentz to try again after the pick six. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, Bradley Chubb shooting in there for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Here's Wentz to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now Wentz on third down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now Wilson. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. Touchdown!
Javonte Williams
from 6 yards away.
And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
McManus's point after is good. And that'll make the score 14-0. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked up by Michael Ojemudia.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
Wow, this one, it is getting out of hand early. They add a pick six to the ledger now. 3-score lead still in the first half.
And all that celebrating that you see and hear from those defenders is not just because they scored a touchdown on a pick six. It's because they're pitching a shutout in this one. Every defender's dream.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score it here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball. Now, that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Thomas brings it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Again, they'll throw with Wentz.
Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz able to find Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action with Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to let it go again. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. It is a pick 6 for a Washington touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now he's getting the ball to start the second half. How about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Wentz.
He's got the hook up downfield to Samuel.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And it's caught.
And the Commanders are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the point.
And he will take it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
Carson Wentz scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Commanders are an extra point away from drawing level. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And we are tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive.
After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of this second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now it's Wilson.
That's complete. It's Okuwebunam.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short.
Number 25, Melvin Gordon, the ball carrier. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Fourth down. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Jamin Davis.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Washington on 3rd down.
2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Now Wentz. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Throwing is Wentz.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football. And if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Wentz now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. Picked it in the end zone. They're glad he brought it out all the way across midfield into enemy territory.
And don't think for a second that some teammates didn't tell him to stay in the end zone, right? What he did there, to me, was the equivalent of baseball running through the third base coach's signal to stop at 3rd.
It's only good if you're safe.
And he ended up, to me, this counts as safe. That's a great return.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick.
And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. In a tie game, fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Wentz. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington or Rex Grossman.
That's correct. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
As the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. On 2nd down, Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Wentz to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout,
as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To throw is Wentz. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked up by Michael O.J. Mudia.
And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game. I mean, most recently since 2000, Delta O'Neal and D'Angelo Hall.
A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and you got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Well, without question, when you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. He talked about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike Sacai's. Dangerous corners, you better pray that tomorrow arrives. Rap, Sugar Ray Robinson, nothing sweet. Y'all too out of shape to even box with me. Heavyweight, I know my way around the ring. Just like Shorty know a way around the storm. Making hits with Hit Boy, all he gotta do is hit record. Record-breaking news, had to show up just to fill a void. Confused, spoiled little boys, y'all better keep your poise. Leave me out of the weasel. Be cool when you see me, I'm hot at all that rap deep. The hood know you, so we don't borrow, believe in it. Locked in on the instrumental, I took back the key to this. Run me the keys, run me the bees, run me that flow back.
It's the NFL on EA Sports, coming to you now from the foot of the Rockies in Denver, Colorado. Tonight we've got a good AFC matchup on tap between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. We go from Denver. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Allen going to look to throw on the first play.
And his first pass is incomplete. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing now is Allen.
That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Allen and Knox teaming up there for a Buffalo first down. The first drive here and the first time that we've called a big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
Allen now on first down.
Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one, and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Wilson.
Got a man, it's Judy, complete.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Jerry Judy, 44 yards. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Extra point from McManus is good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Things a lot different than the last time they were on the field. Remember, they threw the interception, gave up the touchdown, and now trailing 7-0 and looking for a response.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And some room to maneuver. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Allen. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I like what they tried to do there. Tried to hit him with something quick, get the ball in his hands, and hope he could make some yards after the catch and pick up a first down. Weren't able to do so on that play.
Allen going to go on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. This could end up being a pretty big drive. I mean, look, yes, it's early in this game, but they scored the touchdown. They got the stop. And now if they could get in the end zone here again, CD, they could grab an early stranglehold on this one.
Yeah, they certainly can, and that's what you're looking for. Where's the advantage? Can you gain it? Can you press it? Now for them, finishing it off, because right now it's out there for them. They've just got to go seize it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a first carry for the former Tar Heel, Javonte Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
A give to Williams, running right. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Calling an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After run, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Now they'll toss it out right to Williams. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Brandon McManus onto the field goal, a 39-yard attempt.
The kick by McManus is good.
So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3, and I think they have to be happy about the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And meanwhile, Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. Here's Allen to throw it. And some room to run now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They run here with Singletary. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Here's Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down. Allen now on the sneak. Try to wedge his way in there. No signal. I don't think he got there. He didn't. They try the sneak, but not enough push. He doesn't get in. And the Bronco defense comes up big. They begin the drive with Williams. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. A couple of Bills team up to bring him down there.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Albert Okuwebu now on the intended target.
And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They go play action with Wilson.
That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich.
And past the 40 before he was out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Play action. Now Wilson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Markel Lee. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Throwing now, Wilson on first down.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. They find some open field here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
These two teams making their final adjustments before coming out for the second half. And for the call, we go back out to Denver and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Now Wilson on first down.
He'll get that complete to Albert O.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 15-yard line.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson.
They're going for Hamler, but this is intercepted.
Picked off by Micah Hyde. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Pat Surtain up to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Forced out to his left. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Bills are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Play action. Now it's Allen. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Allen. Crowder's got it over the middle. A nice job to get 11 out of that pass play, but now they face a 3rd and goal.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
56.
Throwing now is Allen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Devin Singletary from 4 yards out.
And the Bills use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now it's Wilson.
And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
That incompletion certainly makes this upcoming 3rd down a little bit more crucial. They need to find the right play to convert here and maybe start to tamp down a little bit of the momentum the other side is starting to gain.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down.
Over the middle, complete to Judy.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. On the counter, here's Williams. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Throwing is Wilson.
On the slant, completes to Sutton.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 32-yard line. 14 yards that time for number 14. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Wilson sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's got some space here. Touchdown Broncos. Melvin Gordon, 32 yards. And the Broncos will add to their 4th quarter lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
McKenzie now from his end zone.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Allen now looks to throw. This is caught at the 20.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
Yeah, to put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Turnover that just got them the football back, obviously a big one, because had they been able to score on the other side, this would have been a one-possession game.
So you don't sense full relief here, then?
No, I don't, especially with the ball this deep in their own territory, because you make a mistake, they've got it right back in prime position.
They certainly do. So now, almost like almost like a 4-minute offense, right? Take care of this bad boy. Make sure the other team doesn't touch it, but move it with consistent gains. Wear down the clock and make them use their timeouts in this situation.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Here's Sam Martin now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
If this offense can't get it done, they'll think back to just a few plays and say to themselves, this was a winnable game, and we let it get away. Still a chance to save it, but time's definitely running out.
Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Caden Stearns.
And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7 if we'd made one more play.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
And the Bills are right back in this football game.
Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Throwing is Allen.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. McManus's point after is good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And again, it's Allen. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And now here's another interception.
Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Broncos are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprise back earlier in the game when he threw a second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. Charles, for this losing side, their heads are hanging as they walk.